Hey y'all, my name is Elizabeth Ewan and welcome to my channel. As always, my focus is on writing worlds, dreaming big, and making every day magical. Today, we are going to be talking some more about villains. So if that's something that you're interested in, then just keep watching. So in a previous video, I did a villain deep dive, like a villain character deep dive for my work in progress Project Ember. And I got through a lot of the main villains that are in the first novel. So Project Ember is a book that I've been working on for years, and it's sparked ideas for spin-offs, especially with all of the different side characters that I have created for this novel. And all of them have like their own stories to tell, essentially. But with that comes different villains, right? It's all flowing into one ultimate moment for the final book of having the big baddies or whatever. And they're like the main villains that have orchestrated like everything that has culminated up until that point. And so I'm sitting with those villains right now. They don't show up in the first book directly. They have an impact in the first book, but they don't actually show up in the first book. But there is a little bit of lore with them that needs to be hashed out, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So I want to make sure that these villains are I want to make sure they're leaping off of the page. Like, I want them to be very realistic. I want their motivations to be very real. And one of them is very hard for me to connect with because I feel like that villain is so different from what I've dealt with in the past. Like, this villain has motivators and drives that I don't necessarily really relate to, and so I need to kind of sit down with that villain and figure out how can I get that connection going, and so that way writing that villain comes naturally, comes easily, and on some level, this is another thing. Writing good villains means that on some level you have to like them, like as a writer. Like, everybody else can hate them, but like you as a writer should like them in some capacity and maybe root for them in some way. Now, I'm not saying that like they're like who they are as a person, like they're villains for a reason, right? Like Maleficent, for example, from Sleeping Beauty. I'm talking like the Disney film version / like the old school like fairy tale, not like the awesome Angelina Jolie where she's looking fabulous and she's got like a tragic backstory. I'm talking like the original Maleficent, who literally like cursed a baby because she wasn't invited to the christening, which was like essentially snubbing her. And she was so petty that instead of taking it out on the parents who didn't invite her, she took it out on the kid. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm talking that kind of level of evil, right? But as a writer, like, I want this person to be the only person that's rooting for them is me. Like, I want them to resolve their issues and get their, not necessarily like happy ending, but get the right ending for them. Like, and also see their story transform throughout writing Project Ember, as well as the potential sequels to the story. So it's one of those things where sitting with the character and really feeling them out and getting to know them on a very intimate level is very important to me. So I only have 2 more villains to really sit with and get to know on a more intimate and intense level. So that's what we're going to be working on.
Hey mama, could you get up soon? I get so cold in the other room. Here I am, honey, half awake. Get yourself moving. moving and you'll be okay. Morning star, clear and true, your honesty could pierce my heart right through. Plans are paper, I'm afraid. Get yourself moving and you'll be okay. Hey Pepper, give us a shake in the newborn grass. You're sure to find a snake. Don't let the serpent change your pace. Get yourself moving and you'll be okay. There's a dream weaver that won't let me alone, and it turns my heart into a heavy stone. Look at the maker in the face. Get yourself moving and you'll be okay. Get yourself moving. Get yourself moving. Get yourself moving and you'll be okay.
I have finished wrapping up the character profiles for both of the big villains of the series, and I feel pretty good about where they are. It's interesting because one of the villains might have more of a role to play in like the upcoming sequels, just because the backstory is different than what I had originally thought it was going to be. Originally, that villain was going to kind of be like behind the scenes and not as entwined in like the political aspect of the series. But because of the direction that I think I want to go with the villains and their stories, they're going to be a little bit more entwined politically. So that's going to take a lot of just kind of thinking through. I need to rewrite a portion of exposition in one of the earlier chapters, but the overall trajectory of Project Ember is staying on course and staying the same. So that's really good. I'm really happy about that. It's interesting because one of the villains, I really like this villain, one of the two big baddies or whatever. They're very interesting, and I look forward to diving into that person more in a later book, just kind of exploring their background and what they've gone through, as well as how they're going to move forward with their motivations and their drivers. So I'm going to stop here for today because I've got to go get ready for hot yoga. So thank you guys so very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Bye, y'all.